Hey everybody, it's Steve back at the shop again. Just want to make a real quick video on another tractor we drug in, H Farmall. I believe it's a 49. There's a few things I want to point out on this tractor. It still has the PTO cover. This one here has the later, the long, I guess you call the long style PTO shaft. The early ones had the pancake type flatbacks, 1 1/8, where these were later changed over to the 1 3/8 like everyone else. The drawbar here, you can see like so many of them have been beefed up with a bunch of cobbled up junk to reinforce it. At least the strap is still good on this one here, on the actual drawbar itself. Looking from behind, still got the original IH seat. Those springs are actually adjustable, by the way. I don't know how many folks realize that. It still has, it's got one set of wheel weights, which will probably stay here. It's got one really nice, or actually both rims are in really nice shape. There's no rot around the valve stem. Got the correct letter series rims. Somebody decided they needed the distributor worse than the previous owner. Let's see what else we can find here. Oh, it's got a 1-wire 12-volt alternator on it. It was installed kind of on a botched up job. If you'll notice, the alternator sticks out past the side of the radiator where your 10 would normally come running through. So they would have had to cut out a big chunk of the hood to get this thing to fit. Nice 1-wire job though. I'll probably have it tested, see if it's any good. I'm more likely to keep that. Flat belt PTO. This one here still has the engaging rod. Just for some reason those things like to disappear. You'll notice it there. You see it's still in. That let's see if we can get a good shot here. That spring, you notice there's 2 nuts on the top. Top nut comes off, bottom nut will adjust the tension on that spring, make it stiffer or looser. Let's come around here. Radiator actually looks really good, with the exception of that solder joint right there. That's going to need to be fixed. Somebody needed a carburetor. It's got the correct setup for the radiator. If you're going to restore it right, that's how it needs to look instead of having one solid piece of radiator hose. Come around here. Got the later starter mount instead of where the early ones had a hole and a rod that came through here with a button. These kind right here were a lot easier to get to. I kind of questioned having these lugs this close to the gas tank, but apparently they worked. Still got the original teardrop lights, good glass. Got an aftermarket M&W style throttle. I always like those, better than the sawtooth type IH used. The rear work light is broke off, but it does have the mount and the clamp, which is a good start. These seats right here are actually adjustable too, by the way. Pulling that rod there, you can actually, or not adjustable, let me rephrase that. You can flip them up. The adjustment is here on the spring. Of course, this is a toolbox of sorts. They advertise it as such. This tractor has mud scrapers. It also has a mud guard to keep the crap from getting thrown up, picked up by the radiator. By the belt, fan, whatnot. Other than this extremely high dollar exhaust system that's on there, it's pretty much an unremarkable H, with one notable exception that I was really happy to find. Down in the frame rail, I found a really nice hand crank with absolutely zero wear on the handle. I don't know that I'll find a use for that. It'll probably go to somebody that needs it worse than I do. Well, there you go, guys. Just another quick rundown of another H Farmall. Thanks for watching.